Hey guys, this is Gamer Cow. Welcome back to Super Mario 3D Land. Kind of had to think of what I was playing for a sec there. Last time we started World 6 and we did do this mystery cube thing here, but I think it must be a sort of hangover from StreetPass stuff or something, because I kind of have it open again, and when I went in, it did this, which is definitely not what I was expecting from it, and you can get yourself lots of extra lives and stuff in here apparently. This is not something I have experienced before, so I'm assuming it has something to do with StreetPass, or potentially just has stuff to do with nothing. I don't know, maybe it is like a special thing that happens out. Also forgot to turn the 3D on before starting, so heck yeah, you'll have seen the camera shift there. So, let's go into 6-4, and we shall see when I... Oh, apparently I have two of those now. So, this stage is really kind of cool, because it's more beatbox type of stuff. Beat blocks, I should say. And they are very neat concepts. You can never kill these guys, by the way. Unless I'm missing something with it. You can probably kill them if you had the star or something. But anyway, these guys, they have a gimmick, and that is their gimmick. They try and jump pound you, which is not very nice, but what can you do? And yeah, this stage is basically designed around some, fancy block shenanigans, and using these guys to get around. So, obviously the Tanuki kind of kills a lot of the potential challenge off of this, but that's okay. There's a star medal up here, so don't forget that. I mostly go up places like that just to see, is there stuff up there? Sometimes there is, usually there is not, but it's always nice when you get to see proper intended stuff that way, which is fine. So, it's not too difficult to go ahead and grab yourself lots of Tanukis and stuff here if you want. If you get stuck in the middle of these blocks and you're jumping, then it doesn't matter, you'll go straight through them anyway, so that is fine. Also, the last star medal there, it's a fair bit harder to get if you don't have the Tanuki, but of course the game gives me lots of Tanuki right now, so I am not too fussed about the lack of Tanuki stuff, if you will. Like, not having it is not in my concern list, shall we say. With that said... Oh, this is not going to work. Yeah, with that said, it is very easy for momentum to sometimes screw you up on these things, so do be careful about that. You see, this is still not going to be the hardest of ones to clear. Just jump before you move with these guys and you'll be able to get around them every time, so that is fine. Yeah, do make sure that you actually have some sort of moving start first before you begin a jump, because otherwise you will not really be able to move horizontally. That was a bit closer than I wanted it to be. Yeah, you won't really be able to move horizontally very far, and when you don't have a Tanuki, that is virtually a death sentence. But of course, Tanukis kind of solve a lot of problems in life, so that is a very easy thing to float across, and then the end is right here anyway. So hey guys, I died at the end. But yeah, it's not an especially long level, but it's also a bit more challenging than some of the other ones we've had recently, just because of the whole timed aspect and the 3D platforming based stuff. 3D platforming in this essentially 2D area is always going to be problematic. Anyway, in order to progress we need 60 star medals. Of course we have 50% more than that, more than 50% more, but you know, it would be 100 would be the most that we should have by now, and that can open up the way here. We do actually have the ability to skip this stage if we wanted to, but we of course are not going to do that, because we do need to 100% stuff. So, interestingly, a lot of the music in this game was reused in 3D World, but it sounds a lot cooler in 3D World than it does in this game, which shouldn't really be much of a surprise because, let's face it, this is a 3DS game, and portables, as good as they are not the superior technology when it comes to the highest end game stuff. But regardless, it's still a lot of fun. You can get yourself another Tanuki here. This game is really wanting you to use those just now. Do not miss the star medal that's down there. You could see the shadow of it if you really wanted, which is fine. Ground pounds are very good off of these mushroom platforms because you get more height for doing that, which is fine. You can just kind of go around here. I don't know if there's anything in these blocks though. I get the feeling there's probably... Oh no, there is something in one of them, okay. There's only the one that has something, or does this one have something as well? Nope, only the one that has something in it, but there is an extra life, so that's kind of cool. There's no way you can wall bounce off of that, so that is fine. And yeah, it has an ice level aesthetic, but doesn't really do very much for being icy. It is mostly just bouncy platform stuff, which is fine. I guess you do actually waste a bit of time when you... well, was there only 4 red coins there? I guess you do kind of waste some time when you ground pound off of these things, but it's all good. I just like ground pounding off of them because it makes more sense to me, and yeah, that is how I go. If you want here to get star medal, of course you need to wall kick, which is fine. The platform keeps going anyway though, so you do need to make sure that you get it in time. And then the last star medal, I guess you have to go from the other side here, and you can grab it that way. You could also grab it from going up the top, but if you have a Tanuki, you may as well just use the Tanuki. Because, yeah, that is the way of progression. Let's see what's in the box. It is one of these. Okay, not really going to get a whole lot out of that when it is in that sort of formation, but that is fine. And this final bit, just bounce to the goal, and you are good to go. So yeah, that was Bouncy Ice World that you needed 60 star medals to unlock. I don't actually know if you need the star medals to unlock the path forward, or if it's just to unlock the stage itself. I think it's just to unlock the stage, but I've never not collected all the star medals as I go through the game, so, you know, they're not exactly the hardest of things to find for the most part, so I just kind of found them all, or at least the majority of them anyway. So, our next chip level is an auto scroll once again with not a Tanuki at the start here. Also bob arms, because why not, you know. Rocky wrenches now throwing rocky bob arms instead. That I guess they're not really rocky, but yeah, Mega Spikes, they're back. Didn't really mention that at all, but Mega Spikes in this game are just really cool. Mostly because of the 3D aspect of things. Also, these blocks, you hit them in order to make them go up. And that is how you are meant to grab the star medal, but if you are not quick enough, as I wasn't because I didn't realise I had to crouch to go under them, you kind of get squished at the edge of the stage. And the edge of the stage in this game is really kind of unforgiving, so try not to get caught in it, because you will be upset if you do. That is it. In a nutshell. Also, like I've said before, 3D movement in a largely 2D area is not good for me. I am not very good with the 3D games of stuff compared to 2Ds in pretty much everything that way. It's one of the main reasons why I prefer traditional sort of side-scroll platformers, because I am just not very good at this type of movement, but it's especially prevalent in a game where there's a lot of sections designed to be done in 2D, and yet the game... Am I gonna miss this again? I'm gonna miss this again. Alright, it's easier to jump from the right-hand side of that. Let's start failing this. Seriously, it's not that hard. But yeah, when it comes to platforming stuff, although platformers are my preferred sort of game genre as a whole, it's much easier for me to run in 2D environments than it is in 3D. But that's fine. Like, everybody's got their own strengths and weaknesses. Of course, it doesn't help that the 3DS's circle pad is something I will always disagree with in terms of playing, but that's... oh god, that's gonna... yeah. I can maybe still make it up here. I'm gonna take a lot of damage for doing so, but that is fine. There is a block there. Is that trying to indicate there's something? I don't know. I don't really have time to go check at the moment. No, the star medal's up here, so that's fine. You can still get it with a wall kick, and that is going to be end of stage. So yeah, that's the stage in a nutshell. Kinda got tripped up near the end of that. Is there a block here or something? That would be kinda cool. Or like, there's stuff here, but I guess that's just for decoration. Anyway, this is a pink ship, so as you can imagine, we are going to be facing off against, what was her name again? Pom Pom? Boomerang Lady is what we're going to call it for now. So, yeah, I know D-Master said before, but it's been a while since I've like, gotten to that point. So, it's pretty much the same as before, but you've got to watch where she goes a bit more. You could just stay on this one bit here, and this is much easier to avoid her at. So don't bother jumping around the stage. Oh, am I gonna die to this? No, because I do manage it there. Yeah, running out of power-ups for that is kind of kind of really bad. I don't normally run out of power-ups during bosses, especially when the bosses are not inherently very difficult to begin with. But, yeah, sometimes I just don't play good. But that's fine. If you go over here, then it looks like there's nothing, but again, you can see Mario actually looking up, so hidden blocks, you can kind of tell they're there because Mario is looking. And that's where you will get yourself an extra life. You can backflip up here, but there's no more blocks to go with. You can die getting that life though, so try not to do that if you can help it. And there is our gold flagpole for the end there. Just lining myself up to make sure I didn't miss it, because that would be the absolute worst thing, to have to redo this stage for like a 4th time. Because of dying so many times trying to get the 2nd star medal and then not getting the flag at the end. That would be pretty stupid. That's why I usually try and keep a Tanuki leaf in reserve, because that way I can have the opportunity to get the flagpole whenever I need to. Anyway, World 7 is going to be starting soon, and you can see this this letter actually has a Tanuki tail, which is trying to kill us, but Mario is too quick for that, so... well, it looks like pretty much everybody's getting in on the act at the moment. You can see the Boo has actually got the Tanuki tail there, so yeah, kind of a thing. But it looks like the Goomba Stack enemies from last time did not appreciate getting smacked by the Parasol, because now everybody's trying to kill Peach. That kind of seems a bit counterintuitive for being a captive, right? To kill your captive doesn't really seem like a good idea. Anyway, I guess that is besides the point. We have another 6 stages here for starting in the next video here. So, this has been GamerCow playing the Mario 3D Land of Super NES, and next time we start what looks like Poison World. Bit of an odd theme for World 7, but okay, that's where we are. See you guys next time.